Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Prospect Boy coming back at you again with another video. Hope everybody's doing good, staying up, maintaining like always. Today we're gonna hit y'all with a movie review for the Dark Knight Rises. Uh, Went and saw it last Saturday, and one thing about me is I very seldom go see movies on their opening weekends. Normally I wait, maybe the next week or sometimes a couple weeks after they come out. But I was very excited for this movie. So I went and saw it um on the 21st, which was the day after it came out. And before I get into the review, I want to say, my heart and my condolences go out to all the victims of the shooting that took place in Colorado at the midnight screening of The Dark Knight Rises. You know, all I can say, I think I said in a video I done a couple years ago. You know, we're not safe nowhere, and it's a situation where a movie theater is one of the few places you expect um, anything like this to happen. So, my heart, it goes out to all those people in that community. Yeah, so as far as the movie go, I was very excited. I'm a fan of the previous two Christopher Nolan Batman movies. I have both of them on DVD, and I gotta admit I was quite shocked by this movie. Let's see where we can start. This movie right here finds Bruce Wayne, who who is Batman also. Um, in a different place. I think this movie is set 8 years after the events of The Dark Knight, and Bruce Wayne, he's just physically and emotionally drained from the events in the previous movie, because he had to take the credit, take the hit for the death of Harvey Dent as Batman, even though he didn't really cause Dent's death, but he had to take the hit for it in order for Dent's work as district attorney not to be overturned, and he would keep his reputation as being Gotham City's White Knight. So he had to, him and Commissioner Gordon, have made the public believe that Batman was the cause of Dent's death, and that's done kind of sent Batman into exile. He's kind of retired or whatever, and Wayne now not only did he have to deal with that as Batman, but Rachel Dawes, who was his childhood friend, and his the woman that he was in love with, she died in the Dark Knight also. So he's just physically and emotionally just drained, and he's in a different place now, and basically Batman is gonna have to come out of retirement because um, a new nemesis has, named Bane. A lot of you may know Bane from the comics. Has come to terrorize Gotham City, and Bane, unlike the Joker, where the Joker was more, calculating and methodical about planning out his things, that his attacks and things he was gonna do. Bane, he's just as methodical, but the only difference is he is physically more intimidating, and he's literally Batman's most physical and most he's the one that's gonna be able to the face go toe to toe with Batman, and you just don't know, if Batman can come through it. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically how the movie goes, and then you have Selena Kyle in this movie as Catwoman. She kind of is the one that starts a lot of the events that kind of forces Batman out of retirement. I won't get too much into it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. And then we have Alfred as Bruce Wayne's butler and advisor, kind of like a father figure. And Morgan Freeman comes back as Lucius Fox, who is the president of Wayne Enterprises, and who also secretly gives Batman his armor. But anyway, as far as my thoughts on the movie, I thought the movie was well done. It was easily the most darker out of the three Christopher Nolan Batman films. This one was the darkest. Very little humor. It's all serious. And I will admit there are some scenes in the movie that are going to be very, very difficult to watch. Um, Everything else was the acting was on point. I was very impressed by Christian Bale's performance in this movie. I think that he kind of got overshadowed by Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, but I think his performance was spot on. Um, Tom Hardy was excellent as Bane. Golly, that guy was. I mean, Bane was. He was scary. That's all I'm gonna say. He was a very, very scary individual. Um, oh yeah, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who some of you may remember from Inception, and he was in G.I. Joe: Rise of Cobra. He has a role as police officer John Blake. He done a very good job as well with that role. But yeah, everyone, all the acting was on point, which was to be expected because it's a Christopher Nolan film. But overall, I'm satisfied with how the movie turned out. This movie kind of more so coincides with the Batman Begins. I won't say how, but if you're a fan of the series and you saw Batman Begins, you'll notice what I'm talking about. If you when you see The Dark Knight Rises, how the two films coincide with each other. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. I definitely want to see it again because normally with me, it takes me maybe 2 or 3 times to see a movie to kind of, give like decide whether or not I truly like it. But I really enjoyed this movie. It was almost 3 hours long, but it didn't feel like it because the story was engaging and there's a lot of twists and turns and things of that nature. So overall, I was satisfied with this movie. I definitely recommend anyone out there to go check it out. If I had to rate it now, I would. Well, I'm not gonna rate it by numbers, but I'll say that it's, in my opinion, I will put it slightly below The Dark Knight. Um, it's I don't think it's better than The Dark Knight, but it's up there with it. But I think out of the three movies, I would say I would put it second, and then Batman Begins would be third. But all of them was great though. But anyway, those are my thoughts on The Dark Knight Rises. Great movie, and I enjoyed it a lot. For any of you that have seen the movie, tell me what you think about it or thought about it. I'm a huge Batman fan. I used to watch the series with Adam West when I was a little kid, and I was a huge fan of the Batman the animated series. So, I'm a Batman fan. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Hope y'all enjoyed the review. Like I said, um, thoughts and prayers are with the people of Colorado. And I'll be hitting y'all back again soon with another video. So y'all stay tuned. Take care. Stay up. We'll see y'all in the next one.